Good afternoon, Ben. That raid currently ongoing in the house behind me, Jimmy Wanjigi's palatial home. You have agencies that have come together, a multi-agency operation that is currently ongoing. We were able to see that search warrant that was obtained today, ex parte, meaning that Jimmy Wanjigi's counsel was not present when they appeared before a chief magistrate to be able to get the search warrant. However, what many have questioned, family as well as politicians, is that they're yet to see an arrest warrant, because what we've heard from the officers leading this operation is that they're looking for Jimmy Wanjigi. That is why they're still going on with the operation here. They believe he's holed up in this house right behind me. Remember, yesterday we were being able to report from the compound, but once the operation was just an hour to getting underway, all media were kicked out of the premises, just so that you don't get to see a lot of that. But we've been able to see a lot of the footage and clips coming from inside the house, and doors being broken into, walls as well. They went in with quite a number of equipment that is able to help them to do that. But also, Ben, to note is that this was not just happening here, the raid. Two other of his premises are in that search warrant, and we understand operations ongoing there as well. Our Duncan Haemba on his way to Caramel, and he will be talking to us about what's ongoing there. But we have seen officers there. And also another raid at Jimmy Wanjigi's office in Westlands, Kwacha House as well. So this order from the court grants these officers permission to be able to look for weaponry, ammunition, or any documentation that would link to the same. However, we've also had concerns that even as family were concerned, what was found in Malindi may have been planted. There are those who are concerned that if some of these operations are taking place in the absence of family as they're being locked out, what if they are planted? Remember, that is what we had Senator James Orengo say yesterday. Speaking of Senator James Orengo, who's also senior counsel, he has been in court this morning alongside other NASA supporters to get orders stopping this operation ongoing here and those other two locations. So, Ben, it has been quite a busy, hectic day. Remember, this began yesterday 10 a.m. The camp out here at Jimmy Wanjigi's home. It continued through the night. Today is when they've gone in. His family is inside there. His lawyer as well is in there. His whereabouts remain unclear with conflicting reports, Ben.
If you can just paint for us the picture of that raid. We're just getting reports of a raid onto the house. Did the police physically break into the house? Did they damage anything as they broke into the house? If you can just paint for us that picture.
Oh, yes, Ben, they definitely broke into the house. And we did see, while we're standing here covering, there's been a lot of movement, vehicles from the flying squad and the other agencies that are involved driving in and out. And so some of those equipment, that help with whether it's breaking doors or going through walls. So we've seen a lot of that. And so a damage to the main entrance and other areas they believe are areas of interest they want to be able to look at. When they got in, we've been able to hear from family. They immediately started asking, where is the owner of the house? So whilst this warrant talks about looking for weaponry or any other documentation, their number one question getting into that house is, where is the owner of this home? So they're very clear about wanting to find Jimmy Wanjigi. We also spoke to one of the officers earlier, and he says once they get him, and they're sure they will ensure they parade him. So again, you see where the kind of thinking that is going on, because usually in such an operation, they'll get somebody, haul them into the car and straight to the police station. But we're hearing if they get him, if he is in there, they will bring him out. So again, those in NASA, his family, reading malice and politics in what is going on here. But definitely this is a story in as far as the kind of contingent deployment across the board, quite heavy, I will tell you, Ben. And it's the senior officials in all these agencies that are part of this that are present here in Jimmy Wanjigi's home, Ben.
And Sophia, finally, you're there, and we still don't know where Jimmy Wanjigi is. Police insist he's in the house. They have not found him so far. I mean, where could he be? Is he holed up in a safe house in the house? What have you heard there?
There are all manner of conflicting reports. A family keen not to give away where he is. Police maintaining the reason they're here since yesterday is because they have credible information that he is here, holed up somewhere. But clearly, wherever he's holed up, is, if at all it is here, is not an easy access type of a place, because they've been there now since they broke in, about 2 to 3 hours, Ben, and I'm sure they've been able to go through all the rooms. So if in fact he's here, where is he here in the house? That will be interesting to see. But the family not saying, the police adamant that he's here. So Ben, this is one we'll continue watching up until, well, it unfolds to its logical conclusion, I must say.
Thank you, Sophia. Sophia Onuna there in Muthaiga at the residence of businessman Jimmy Wanjigi. Police did break into the house, raiding the home. They insist he is there, and so far, and nobody knows where he is. We are keeping an eye on that story, of course, as well as the